Hello everybody, welcome back to Jared Opens a Box here on Jared Takes the L, and I have a great episode for you guys here today to kick off the month of August. Actually, this is SummerSlam weekend as well, which I didn't even realize until right this moment, but this is a very fitting episode then because we're taking a look at some new WWE Funko Pops today. 3 of them to be exact, none of which are exclusive. I'm really behind on the WWE waves at this point, so I've just kind of given up on that front, but that's okay. We are going to get to all of them eventually, and this one's really cool. It's a nice little variety. None of these are really, there's really no current wrestlers in this batch, so we're kind of taking a trip down memory lane, I guess, for this episode. Let's go ahead and get started with our first one today, which is none other than Eric Bischoff. So this is a really interesting one. Wasn't really expecting them to make Eric Bischoff, but this is very cool. And for a little bit of a history lesson for you all, Eric Bischoff actually was the main guy behind WCW, which was WWE's biggest competitor throughout the 90s. In fact, WCW was actually beating WWE in the ratings for quite a while. So that's why, it's such a legendary aspect. The Monday Night Wars, as they used to call it. Monday Night Raw versus Monday Night, what was it called? Monday Nitro? Wasn't it just called WCW Monday Nitro or something like that? Maybe I'm forgetting. Apparently I'm drawing a blank here. But nonetheless, it was Raw versus Nitro. Those were the two shows that went head to head. And like I said, Nitro usually came out on top in terms of the ratings quite a bit. And Eric Bischoff was kind of the head of all of that, hence why he's the one that usually gets all the merchandise and the praise. And of course, he also ended up joining the NWO, New World Order, which was like their biggest stable and everything. That's what this pop is based off of here. So, nonetheless, there was your lesson for today. This is Pop WWE number 187. There's the side of the box, the back there, and then the other side. And of course, we all know who won the Monday Night Wars. Otherwise, this wave would have been from WCW and not WWE. So, let's go ahead and open this one up. All right. So here is Eric Bischoff. This one, not too much to say about it, really. They did give him he used to have like the kind of longer hair. It's kind of funny they actually got that there. Not really much to say otherwise about the face. It's kind of, looks like something you probably could have made with a pop yourself or something, But he is holding a microphone that has the WCW logo on it, so that's really cool. That might be the first time you've ever had a pop that actually has the WCW logo anywhere on it, really. There, of course, the NWO shirt, New World Order shirt. He, of course, ended up being a part of that stable. The stable that only started with Hulk Hogan, Scott Hall, and Kevin Nash ended up becoming this humongous stable with, like, pretty much half the roster. It was crazy. It was their biggest cash cow, to be honest. But he also has, of course, the leather jacket. He always used to wear that. And just some jeans and shoes, whatever. He did wrestle a little bit too. He had a background in karate, so he would wrestle occasionally. Not the matches weren't really that great, but he would at least go out there and have some matches here and there. And he's even in the WWE video games. If you saw my 2K26 video from last week, he was actually in that Royal Rumble match that we did. So I thought that was kind of cool. But there's Eric Bischoff, pretty cool pop. Not much else to say with that one. Moving on to our next one, we have Lita, and this one is a really long time coming. I don't know why it took them so long to make Lita. They made multiple Trish Stratus pops, but you can't really talk about Trish Stratus without also talking about Lita, one of her biggest rivals throughout the Attitude Era, leading up into like around 2006, I think, was when Trish retired. Lita didn't really stay much longer after that. But those guys, Trish Stratus and Lita, they were the original women's revolution, I would say, before WWE coined the term and everything in 2015. Trish Stratus and Lita had some fantastic matches, and Lita definitely one of the most well-known women's wrestlers in WWE history because of that. So, like I said, I'm really surprised that it took this long to get one, but I'm just glad we have one at all. So, Pop WWE 188 box is going to be about the same there. Let's go ahead and open it up. All right. So here is Lita. This one looks really good. They got the red hair, pretty accurate there. Face at least is a little bit different, you know, eyelashes and even some red eyebrows there as well. Then she is holding the original, or, you know, the older, not the original, I guess, but the older women's championship there. That was in the early 2000s, the women's championship. So that's pretty cool that we have another championship to add to the, you know, Funko Pop lineup here. So there's that. She is wearing she always used to wear like the stripes and everything, like, you know, the tank tops and stuff like that. So they gave her like the zebra print tank top there. So I think that's pretty cool. And yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. I think is she doing the Team Extreme symbol there with her hand? Is that reference there? Because this Lita looks like it would have been after, you know, the whole Team Extreme thing, like when she aligned herself with Edge. So I'm guessing that's probably, you know, what this one's based off of. But this is a really cool pop. Really, really cool. Like I said, really glad that we finally have Lita. I do have, I think I have Trish Stratus somewhere. So at least now, you know, we can say that we got both of them in the collection, along with all of the other, you know, women's wrestlers they've made, most of them being current. It'll be good for that collection. All right, moving on to our last one today. A little bit of a bigger one here, actually. Not, I think this is a Pop Premium, which we've talked about before, you know, the slightly bigger pops. But this is Triple H. So you, of course, have seen Triple H on the channel a couple of times at this point. But this one is a little bit more unique, and I'm sure you guys can see why. So this is Pop WWE 192. There were more characters in this wave. I don't remember who they were exactly, but I only got the 3 here. So there's the box. Again, pretty much the same. Let's go ahead and open this one up. I don't really feel like I have to say much about Triple H. Obviously one of the most popular wrestlers in history and the current head booker for the shows. Whether or not you enjoy his current role is entirely up to you. I know it's very, very divided right now, but we'll see what happens at SummerSlam, right? Anyways, here it is. Here's Triple H. This one is really, really cool. Of course, the big thing here is that we actually have part of the ring right here. So that's really cool. And of course, we also see Triple H doing his entrance where he spits the water into the air. That's kind of like his trademark thing that he always did once he got to the ring. He would stand on the other side of the ropes. He would stand like right here. Bless me, good grief. He would stand on the other side here before he got into the ring, but obviously that would have been kind of hard to do given the, you know, how the pop would have worked. But he would stand on the other side, he would just take a giant swig of water, and then he would spit up into the air. So that's what they were trying to replicate here. It does look a little goofy as a pop, I would say, but I feel like they kind of tried to do what they could with this one. And at least it's translucent. Sometimes, you know, it would probably look even weirder if it wasn't, but they did a good job with that. And of course, you know, this is kind of reminding me of like the kind of mid 2000s Triple H, just based on like the attire and of course the long hair and everything, because he cut his hair by 2013 or so. So this one is really, really cool. I do like that they are doing stuff like this. We're going to see some more of these kinds of pops with the ring and everything. We're going to see more of that here soon. So do keep an eye out for those. But this one is really, really cool. The attire isn't really that crazy, but then again, Triple H never really had crazy, you know, other than the Skull King thing that he would always do, or his WrestleMania entrances. He didn't really have anything else to, you know, really write home about. So there's Triple H. Overall, pretty cool wave of figures. like I said, seeing Eric Bischoff and Lita is really cool because those are ones that I feel like should have happened a while ago. And another Triple H, whatever. It's Triple H. He put himself on the cover of the 2K game as well, the deluxe edition, so we shouldn't be that surprised. But I still think this one's cool. So, although I feel like, man, I feel like that's gonna fall out if you just mess with it a little too much. But we won't do that. So, I'll give them all 10 out of 10. They're all very accurate, and I really do like them. So let me know down below which of these are your favorites. I'll go through them one more time. We have Eric Bischoff, we have Lita, and we have Triple H. So let me know down below which of these are your favorites. And then when we come back in 2 weeks, we have some new Marvel pops for you. Except this time around, it's part of a line called the Sketched line. So we're going to see what that's all about here in a couple of weeks. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I will see you all in the next one. Peace out, everybody.